What's up, guys? It is New Tactic 147. Hopefully you can hear me alright. I adjusted the mic a little bit, but this video is all about I did an NBA 2K 16 discussion video, and I felt that it was only fair to do a WWE 2K 16 discussion video. Not a whole lot has been said about the game. I'm just gonna give kind of my dream game. Like, you know me, I'm all about career mode, and career mode for this game was fucking atrocious. Like, I could basically, if I was blind, deaf, and semi-retarded, which I probably am, I could draw in crayon a better game mode than what they created, and that was just awful what they decided with that's gonna be career mode. Like, it was, none of it was good. The best thing about it was the opening, like, cutscene. That was it. That was like the only thing I will admit to being passable for the amount of the hype that came up, that mode up. They hyped the game up too, but specifically that mode. I remember SmackDown versus Raw, like 2007, 2008. They had a 24/7 mode. I still play that mode to this day. Like, I still have my PS2. I still play that game, like, just for that mode, because that is the last great. I mean, I also have Here Comes the Pain, which that is another great career mode. If they could do a great career mode back then with stick figure graphics. This is 2015. We have the next generation consoles. They have no excuse for what they tried to pull. And plus, if you compare it, like, everyone thought it was going to be like NBA 2K, you know, with the cutscenes, the story, just overall, like, they thought it was going to be like that because it is 2K. They're famous for their career modes, and it was such a colossal letdown. I really, if this is just going to be a 10-minute rant on just me bashing that mode, so be it. You know, I talked about how shitty that game mode is long enough. It was just awful. I'm gonna leave it at that. I've made my point. But what they should do is, it should be like, oh my God, Jericho he didn't hit anybody, I don't think. But anyway, what they should do is, it should be like, you know, Spike Lee's career mode is supposed to be, you know, the best of the best. Well, why don't they devote some of those resources to the WWE? The WWE fans are, I'm not going to call it WWE Universe because I think that's gay, and I refuse to even, I refuse to call them that. They're fucking fans. Code breaker. Anyway, it should be like that. The mode should be like Spike Lee's joint. And I'm not talking about weed, you racist assholes. No. Like, it should have cutscenes. You should have, like, if you've ever played Here Comes the Pain, like, your career was able to take different paths. Like, you could go challenge for the tag titles, and you would have, like, cutscenes based on like issues with your tag team partner or whatever. Or you can go for, like, the Intercontinental Championship, or the Hardcore Championship. I think that you were addicted. Or you can go for the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship. Like, it all depended on where you were on the card. Like, you could work your way up, and it was so great. I really, like, I don't understand why it's not possible to do that. But I don't understand it at all. It's beyond my understanding. But anyway, that's my thoughts on career mode. Moving on to, like, they always have some corny ass WWE historical mode or whatever. Honestly, the Attitude Era mode, if they brought that back, that would be cool, but I don't think they are going to do that. they could do just because I mean it is Steve Austin's game. He's gonna be on the cover. What they could do is like a mode where you're Steve Austin like in present day. Like if you took a Steve Austin and you plopped him in present day like WWE, like what would it entail? You know, like I can imagine so many different feuds he could do in today's WWE. Even though it is semi-PG, I feel like he could break that barrier. He would feud with John Cena or whatever. Like there could be like a Steve Austin mode just dedicated to his overall career where you relive his greatest moments or whatever. I would be completely fine with that mode. Another mode that I think is underrated or was underrated was like a true general manager mode. Yeah, sorry, I was just distracted outside. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, like a general manager mode where obviously you're a general manager mode, or not a mode, you're a general manager in the mode. Jesus, I get distracted and I lose my train of thought and I cannot talk. But if you choose to be the GM of Raw, SmackDown, even NXT, since they're cramming that up our asses. And NXT is it's a good brand. I have nothing bad to say about it, but you be the GM of Raw. You can draft your own rosters, compete against the other. Like, I mean, obviously the brands don't compete anymore, but I think it'd be really cool if, like, just for that mode they did or something. You like create new talent. You like call up talent from NXT or something. Like that would be a mode that I think would be exciting. It'd be a fresh take on an old idea, and I think that's really like all you can ask for, because there's not too many original ideas anymore. Like I don't want there to be any more new ideas. Some of the old ideas, if you just refreshed them, another code breaker, you would be perfectly fine, and it would equate for a really great game. A thing they should get rid of is the rock paper scissors shit that they incorporate, because I mean obviously in the beginning it's supposed to until the pace of a match isn't always ramped up or whatever. Well, I play on the hardest difficulty for this game, and that rock paper scissors shit just annoys the hell out of me. I mean, I don't really care whether I win or lose. It's just the fact that shit just annoys me. Like it's unnecessary. I don't give a shit about it. I mean, if there's a way to turn it off, I haven't figured it out yet. But what I want to do, oh shit. Oh, Jericho's gonna, oh no he's not. Holy shit, I thought he was gonna win. But that's another thing they could do. The graphics I think could be better. The commentary, oh my god, the commentary needs to be better. They obviously, I think they're gonna add JBL to the commentators thing or whatever, or Booker T or somebody. They could add. It doesn't really doesn't matter who. I'm just sick and tired of the same old commentary. Like, it sounds robotic. It doesn't sound natural. I think it's just because Cole's a shitty commentator. I'd much rather have Renee Young in there than Michael Cole, or even, you know what? I would rather have JR's like old, outdated dialogue from, like, just you could take what he said, like, you could make like a reel, a commentator's reel, an audio splice, all the shit for this game together. Like, you could, like, it could be in a conversation and just splice together, like, you know, those audio like reels where it just is like, hi, like, it sounds like this robotic like garbage. You could take that with a JR voice, put it in the game, and I would still take it over a Michael Cole commentary. Like, over Michael Cole's commentary, I would take that any day. Oh, and Jericho's bleeding. CM Punk's down, Rob Van Dam's down. But But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts for the game mode. I think if they listen to, like, companies say all the time, oh, we've listened to the fans this year. They really don't. They give a rat's ass about, like, Madden. I know I talked about this last video, but I'm going to mention it again. Madden doesn't give a shit about us. They really fucking don't. They just shit out a game every year and call it fucking chocolate chip cookies, you know. It's just like, it's ridiculous that how far that game has just slid. I'm obviously, I've said I'm gonna get that game because that's the only game around. Like, I understand, like, for wrestling, at least WWE is the only wrestling video game you can get right now. Like TNA, I would love if TNA or somebody put out a video game. I would love that. I think it would be so cool to have TNA or, like, even Ring of Honor make a wrestling game. I really think that'd be cool. Or just all the independent circuits band together. I'm sorry, I was just really distracted by this girl outside. But yeah, even I'm distracted by, I get distracted by women easily, if you haven't noticed. But even, oh Jesus, Edge is bleeding. Like a lot. So is, well, Chris is kind of bleeding still. I think Sean is definitely bleeding. But yeah, even like if they took all the independent circuits and just combined them together to make a wrestling, I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, WWE is the only game in town, and that's not going to change. They're going to be the only company with a wrestling game, and like Madden has a, like, is an EA Sports exclusive thing, and that's not going to change. It's not going to change anytime soon, even though you hear rumors of, like, oh, EA Sports might lose its exclusive football license. No, it won't, because the NFL has lost touch with what they, you know, what they perceive is what we want, and we clearly know. Well, holy shit, they're like drag racing out there. Damn. I'm sorry, but like a lot of stuff happens out of my window. So yeah, 619. But yeah, those are just kind of my thoughts on that. I really don't have much else to say on it. Like, if you agree, like, feel free to, like, comment with your opinion. Some more ideas that you think would work for the new game. Just, you know, overall feedback, really anything. But yeah, this is kind of just a discussion vid, but yeah, those are my thoughts on that. I really don't know what else, like, I could say. I mean, I could talk about some of the personal stuff I've been doing lately, but you probably don't really give a shit about that, because I don't. Oh, damn. Let's see here. You know what? I'll talk sports and how the Cubs have failed to acquire a big-name starting pitcher because everyone else moved faster than they did. Oh, okay, Rey Mysterio glitching out the ropes there. Okay. Yeah, that kind of sucks. And you know, the Bulls not doing anything in free agency except bringing back their own guys pisses me off. Let's see here. I did a job interview, and then I found out that this one girl I went to high school with ended up getting a job where I applied to get a job, so I'm really kind of worried, because they said they really liked me, and that they'd come back in 2 or 3 days, but the interview was yesterday, but, like, I heard, like, this girl, like, say she was hired at the same place, and I'm like, what if that was the only position they had, and they just totally passed me up? Like, that's something I would really want to know. Like, I wish that it was, like, required that they, like, tell you that I'm sorry, we're moving. Like, I would rather hear that than not be, like, than just kind of be left in the dark, like, oh, we'll get back to you, and they never do, because you're kind of stuck in, like, say you're unemployed and you're just kind of putting out applications, and say you put out like 5 applications, and none of them go anywhere, but you have interviews for like 3 of the 5.